Crystal Serrato and welcome to your prenatal yoga. So for today's practice, I'll be using 2 blocks, a bolster and a blanket. If you want to have extra blankets and bolsters, that's always up to you as well. So we're going to start out in a seated position. I'm going to sit on a blanket, folded up, propping up the hips, crossing at the shins or any comfortable seated position. Let your hands come face down at the top of the thighs. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down away from the ears. And just let your eyes close down. Starting to tune into your breath here. Noticing the flow as it travels in and out through your nose. And as we move through the practice, be mindful of how you're feeling. If anything doesn't feel good in your body, just gently ease out. Our yoga practice is always about honoring our bodies and meeting ourselves where we are. So as you fully arrive into the present moment and into your body here and now, let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhale through the nose. This time, keep the lips sealed, breathe out through the nose. And maintaining that steady rhythm of the breath here. Taking another full cycle in and out through the nose. Relaxing the muscles at the front of the hip bones. Lengthening the spine a little taller. Interlace your fingers over the heart, maybe keeping the eyes closed or gently blink them open. And then flip the palms, press the hands away, chin draws into the chest, rounding through the upper back body. As you inhale, lift the arms, keep the interlace, arching through the spine, maybe looking up if that feels okay. And as you exhale, palms move forward, chin to chest, rounding through the back body. Following the breath, inhales take you up. And exhales, round and press forward. Let's take one more like that. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to round. Good. You can release the hands down. Just gently switch across the legs, whichever one you had in front. We're now moving most likely to the opposite side. Awkward in the legs. Reach the arms up. Take a big inhale breath. Exhale, right hand releases to the mat. Left arm reaches up and over, big side body stretch. You might soften the right elbow, taking the ears away from the shoulders. Reaching, lengthening out through the left fingers, maybe looking under the left arm. Inhale, both arms come up, maybe look up. Exhale to the other side. Left arm down, right arm reaches up and over. So we're creating space between the ribs, lengthening the whole right side of the body. Soft bend in the left elbow, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Placing one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly, finding a connection to yourself and to your baby. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the heart, focusing your energy on these 2 very important energy centers, solar plexus and heart chakra. Connecting to that inner strength within and that unconditional love and compassion. Good. Release the hands to the thighs. Take your right hand back behind you and then gently look over the right shoulder. Easy seated twist. So we want to be careful not to twist too deeply in prenatal yoga. Just gently lengthening up and out through the crown, looking over the right shoulder. Keep that gentle twist. Take your right arm up overhead, then take a little side body stretch from here, leaning over to the left. Bend the left elbow, look under the right arm. Good. From here, come back through center, both hands to the knees. Move the left hand behind you, look over the left shoulder, gentle twist. Grounding down through the sits bones, lengthening up and out through the crown. Growing tall through the spine, maybe looking over the left shoulder. Keep that gentle twist, left arm reaches up, and we'll take a side body stretch from here, bending the right elbow, looking under the left arm. Very good, and we'll release it through center. Now we'll move into hands and knees or tabletop position. If you'd like, you can place the blanket under the knees. Otherwise, you'll set that off to the side. We'll come back to that later. So as you set up in your tabletop position, you want to make sure the hands are underneath the shoulders. Index fingers point straight ahead. Knees are directly under the hips. Press into the tops of your feet just a little bit and feel how the belly gently hugs in. Then from here, we'll shift a little forward and back. Just starting to wake up the wrists and the fingers. A little activation in the core, very gentle here to start. Good, and then turn the fingers out to the sides, and we'll rock a little right to left. Noticing any sensations you're feeling in your wrists. Maybe it feels good, maybe it doesn't. Honor your body. And then last but not least with the wrist stretches here, we'll turn the fingers back towards the knees if that's okay in your body. Now from here, soft bend in the elbows, shift a little forward and back. Now your range of motion might be a little smaller here. This is a pretty intense wrist stretch, so there's no need to force anything. Just keep breathing through the nose. And then return your hands to their forward pointed position. Let's take an inhale to lift the sit bones, lift your chest, lift your gaze, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding through the spine. Your inhale takes you into cow pose. And your exhale brings you into cat. Once more on your own. Come back through neutral. So we want the spine to be nice and long. Belly gently hugs in. Press into your left hand and left knee a lot. And then press your right heel straight back. Toes are lifted off the mat. Flex your right foot and steer the right hip down so it's in line with the left. Bring your awareness to the right glute, right hamstring, and also keep hugging the navel in. Inhale to press back through the right heel, and as you exhale, bend the right knee, squeezing the back of the right leg. Inhale, send it back long, and exhale, squeeze it in. Keep hugging the left hip in. Inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, right leg bends. Once more like that, inhale, and exhale. Now from here, draw the right knee in, step your right foot outside the right hand. Grab a hold of your blocks and place them underneath the shoulders. So the hands are underneath the shoulders, blocks are underneath the hands. And from here, we're just gonna move a little forward and back. Creating a little dynamic movement, waking up that left hip flexor. Hold it here, lower the hips, pull the heart through the arms, maybe lift your gaze. Have an inhale breath here. And then exhale, start to walk your blocks back, send your hips back, straighten the right leg. Good. Walk the blocks forward as you inhale, heart moves forward, knee bends. Exhale, take the blocks back, straighten the right leg. Once more, inhale, shift forward. And exhale, take it back. rebend the right knee, blocks come forward, curl the back toes, lift the left knee up off the mat. So we're squeezing into the left quad now, but also keep settling your hips down, pulling the heart forward. Keep the left hand down to the block, right hand comes to the right thigh, gently turn to look over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale, breath. Exhale, settle in. Very nice. Release the right hand to the block. Now we'll take the blocks with you as you turn to face the long edge of the mat. Parallel your feet. So you may need to adjust your feet here. Blocks, again, are underneath the shoulders, underneath the hands. Weight will shift a little forward into the toes, and then start to bend the knees left to right. Shifting side to side, welcoming a stretch in the inner thighs. And then when you feel ready, put a soft bend in both knees coming back through center. Inhale for a nice long spine, and exhale, fold. Maybe the elbows come down to the blocks, keeping the gaze down between them. Inhaling for length. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Bring the blocks underneath your hands once again. Take your blocks with you, walk around to the front of the mat. Two hands underneath the shoulders, right foot is on the outside of your hand. Left knee comes down, right knee comes down. Go ahead and move the blocks out of the way. Finding that neutral tabletop position, hug the belly in. This time press the left leg straight back. Flex the foot. Left toes point down, hug the belly in. Now we're bringing the awareness to the left glute and left hamstring, so that's the whole back line of that left leg. As you press into the hands, scooping the belly in, inhale, press the left leg long, and exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bend. So we're waking up the back of the left leg. Let's do that 2 more times. Following your breath, starting to link your breath to your movement, making that connection. And the next time the leg is out long, leave it there. And then step your left hand to the outside, or your left foot rather to the outside of the left hand. Bring the blocks under the hands, hands underneath the shoulders. Now from here we can move a little forward and back. Gentle dynamic movement, waking up the right hip flexor. Always maintaining that steady rhythm of the breath. Good. Now let's hold it low. Pull the heart through the arms, maybe look up. Have an inhale breath as you pull the shoulders back. And exhale, shift your hips back. Take the blocks with you. Ardha Manasana half splits. Flex into the left foot so the blocks come with you. They stay under the shoulders. Rebend the left knee. Shift the hips forward. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half split. Send the hips back, straighten the leg. Once more, inhale, shift forward, heart forward, look up. Exhale, hips move back, blocks under the shoulders. Blocks go forward, bend the left knee, curl the right toes under and lift the right knee off the mat. And we're squeezing the right quad, keep settling the hips down low. Now from here, keep the right hand down, left hand comes to the left thigh, gently turn to look over the left shoulder. Shoulders pull out of the ears, keep breathing through the nose. Good, left hand comes to the block. Let's move around to the opposite side, long edge of the mat. Adjust your feet if you need to so the feet are parallel. Hands are on top of the blocks, blocks are underneath the shoulders, and then start to bend the knees left to right. So you can really take this at your own pace, and you can also bend the knees as much or as little as feels comfortable for you. And then we'll hold it here in center. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Maybe the elbows come to the blocks, maybe not. Find what works for you. Shifting the weight into the toes, maybe bending into the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. Keep your gaze between the blocks. Hands come to the blocks, lengthen through the spine. Walk the hands around to the front of the mat once again, so we're in that high lunge. Right knee comes down, left knee comes down to meet it. Move the blocks out to the side. Widen through the knees and press your hips back to your child's pose. Sit bones move back towards the heels, forehead comes down to the mat. If that doesn't feel good, maybe you make a pillow with the hands. Stacking one on top of the other, forehead rests at the back. Reconnect with stillness, reconnect with your breath. Extend the arms out in front of you if they're not already. From here, we'll move up into a wide tabletop. Take the toes as wide as your mat, curling them under, and then lift your hips up and back to a wide downward facing dog. Now you want your hands to be about shoulder width distance apart. If you'd like, take the hands a little wider, that's okay too. Feet stay wide to create space for the baby. Then you'll pedal out the heels right to left. Pressing into all 10 of your finger pads. Lengthening through the spine. Let's have a soft bend in both knees. Reach your heart towards the wall behind you. Keep that bend in the knees. Start to walk your hands back towards the feet. You'll be in a wide forward fold at the back of the mat. Bend your knees and slowly roll all the way up to stand. All right, very nice. So let's turn to face the long edge of the mat. Take your feet out wide. We're setting up for our warrior series. We're going to take the right knee and toe, turn it all the way out so that they point at the short edge of the mat. Take your left heel and kick it back just a little bit here. Now have a nice deep bend in this right knee, and then just straighten it right back out to start. So we'll do that a few times. Bend the right knee, the knee stops over the ankle, and then straighten it right back out. Squeeze the quad at the top. Now let's add the arms here. Extend them out wide, bend into the right knee. Hug the right hip under as you press the left thigh back. Relax the toes. Zip the belly in, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind you, and also softening the front ribs in on the front body. Gazing over the right middle finger, continue to breathe. Flip the right palm up towards the sky, straighten the right leg, inhale as you reverse your triangle now, reaching the right arm up and back. You may feel a stretch on the whole right side of your body. Good. And then return to warrior two. Bend the knee, arms out like a T. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Now both arms come up, parallel your feet. As you exhale, heels turn in, come into your goddess squat, hands at heart center. Rock a little side to side, knees and toes are pointed out, tailbone is sending down, hug the belly in. Good. Inhale, breath. And exhale, settle in, maybe sink a little deeper. Good, let's straighten the legs, arms come up, inhale, expand. Exhale, hands to heart, pull it in. Inhale to expand. Exhale, pull it in. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Good. Arms come up, parallel your feet. And exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Let's take the other side. Left knee and toe turn completely towards the back edge of the mat. Now the right heel will kick back just a little bit. We've widened the stance. We've got heel to arch alignment. And then put a nice deep bend in that left knee. Waking up the left hamstring. Knee stops over the ankle. Straighten it out. Squeeze the quad at the top. Then do that a few times. Bending and extending. Just feeling that movement a little here. Good. Now we'll add the arms. Expand out. Bend the left knee. Knee stops over the ankle. Press the right leg back. Shoulders aligned over the hips. So sometimes you have to pull back through that back arm a little bit more than you think. Relax the toes. Left glute hugs under. Good. Feel that expansion across the chest. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Looking over the left middle finger. Flip the left palm. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Straighten the left leg, reaching up and back through the left side body. Exhale, warrior two at the back of the mat. Inhale, reverse triangle, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. And exhale. Good. Straighten both legs, parallel the feet, arms overhead. Exhale, heels in, goddess squat. Here we are again. Good. Inhale and exhale, settle in. All right, you know the drill. Inhale, open up, expand, straighten the legs. Exhale, pull it into heart center. Inhale to expand. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, sink into your goddess. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Heel toe your feet back together. And then we'll take tree pose. So what we'll do is we'll use one of the blocks. So we'll take a block. We're just going to set it alongside. If we need a little extra support, it's there for us. So we're going to start by balancing on the right leg. So I've got the block outside of my right foot. So first pop the left heel off the mat and then turn the left knee out. So you'll want to keep your hip bones straight ahead. If you notice that the hips are turning out, we end up twisting at the knee, which we don't want. So you're just going to turn that knee out ever so slightly until you can feel that's the edge of your hip mobility. And you can either keep the toes down, you can bring the foot up to the ankle, or maybe you can cross and step that foot, toes on the block. If tree is in your practice and you're seeking deeper sensation, you can bring the sole of your foot into the inner right thigh. Now, as you do that, you're pressing the right thigh into the left foot. Everything's pressing in toward midline. Good. Hands at heart center. Maybe arms out to the side. Maybe arms up overhead. And back at heart center. Very nice. Slowly bring the knee forward and set the foot down. All right, we'll switch to the other side. So if you're using that block or if you want to have that on the other side, move it on the outside of the left foot. Balancing on the left leg now. So shifting the weight into the left leg. Feel your roots grow down. Pop your right heel off the mat, and then bring your hands to your hips so you can actually feel when that twist starts to happen before your, or after your edge rather. So the knee will turn out, hips will stay forward, either keeping the toes down, maybe lifting the foot at the shin, not on the knee, maybe crossing it over and setting those toes on the block. And if you fall, you get back in. We're just human, right? And then again, if you're taking deeper sensation, you can bring the sole of your right foot onto the inner left thigh. And then the thigh is pressing right back, really pressing in here. Hips are staying even, hugging the right glute under. So your hands can stay at heart center. They can move out to the side, maybe up overhead, and then back at heart center. Good. Turn the right knee forward and set it down. Release your arms by your sides, maybe widen your stance a little. Shift your hips left to right and close down the eyes if it feels good. Reconnect with your breath here. Good. And then find total stillness. Grounded down through the feet. Palms are open, facing forward. Gently hug the belly in, roll your shoulders back and down. If it feels comfortable, close down the eyes, or you can keep your gaze down low. Feeling your connection to your yoga mat beneath you, to the floorboards below that, down into the earth. Beautiful job. Blink the eyes open, and we'll take it down to the floor. So what we'll do is use all of our props for this next one. We're coming into Supta Bhattachanasana. So what we'll do is build somewhat of a ramp. So we use the blocks. One will be on its medium setting. You could always adjust these and make it more comfortable for you. And then the other one will be on its lower setting. Some people prefer for the block closer to you to be medium and the other one to be tall. So that's up to you. It's also up to the size of your bolster. The bolster that I'm using is smaller than the usual one, so it tends to like this setup better. So I'm just going to make sure the bolster is touching the floor on the lower block side, and then you're just gonna build it up from here. So we create this ramp. Now with the blanket, we're gonna make sure that it's folded in a small rectangular shape. We're gonna place it at the back. Now this will support the head when we lie back. So what we'll do from here, sit yourself in front of your ramp, and then bring your feet to the floor. First, before we lower down, we'll take just a little bit of hip stretches here. Knees will go left and right. We've done a lot of strengthening in the legs, a lot of external rotation in the hips. So it's nice to just release any tension we've created. It's also a nice massage for the glutes, and who doesn't want that? Good. When you've had enough of that, go ahead and slowly lower yourself back. And then adjust as necessary. So you may need to adjust your blanket, you may need to adjust your blocks or your bolster from here. And the intention is so that we're not lying flat on our backs, right? We don't want the weight of the belly to crush the vena cava, which is very important. So either supported or in a side lying position, if that's better for you. We'll come into our final resting position. You can either keep your knees bent, releasing the knees together, feet wide, or maybe just let your legs come out long on your mat. Hands are either face down at the belly, or maybe alongside your body, palms face up. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Returning to your natural rhythm of breath here. Relaxing all the muscles around the eyes and the jaw, around the shoulders and the neck. Relaxing your whole back body, your whole front body, your arms, hands, and fingers, your hips, legs, feet, and toes. Allowing yourself to fully surrender, to fully let go. You have nothing left to do here but rest. Shavasana. Feel free to stay and rest as long as you'd like. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.